Hi everyone, welcome back to Spiritual Growth Tarot. I'm Denise, and this reading is going to be for my friend at Foolist Tarot, Foolist. She has such an awesome sense of humor. So, feel free to check her out and see if you might want to join her channel and subscribe. I think I would listen to her talking about anything just because she's hysterical. But very grounded and a loving soul. So anyway, she wants to know about this gentleman by the name of Richard Ojeda. And I think I'm pronouncing his name right. I listened to... He was interviewed on MSNBC, and I will link that in the description area. And then maybe what you can do is link as well, or put in the comment, a connection to your channel to make it easy for everyone to subscribe. And anything else you want to say about him. But anyway, so her question is. Let's see. If Richard Ojeda's podcast / political grassroots activities would be successful. He's a former Democratic presidential contender. He led the West Virginia teachers strike. Wow. That's great. And he's also been working with Stacey Abrams here and there. So that's my intention, is to find out. So this is going to be like a business career reading for him. And also, you can check him out on Wikipedia. He's got quite a let me see if this will come through. He's quite decorated, and it says that he's I guess he has 3 kids. He's a Democrat. He was a United States Army major who served in the West Virginia Senate, 7th District, from 2016 to 2019. And he did run for president for a brief while. There was something else. He's decorated. What was it? It was like twice. Wait, hold on. Where did I see? Here's the piece of information. Oh yeah, a Bronze Star medal. 2 of them. 2 Bronze Star medals. So, and he's got a tremendous amount of passion. That's for darn sure. I was listening to his. His interview on MSNBC is a little more mellow. His podcast is very, very passionate. So his YouTube channel is called Airborne, Airborne. And I guess he does like live streams every night. So you might want to check him out. Okay, so tuning into him. So the forces in motion in his career. Okay, and then his challenges. Okay. What he's attracting career-wise. And the level of success currently, and then his future success. Okay, so I'm going to add the Lenormand cards. And notice that these cards aren't that great, but everyone please know that a person, like if you do a career reading on yourself, or I do one for you, we can always change our reality just with our, actually I need this over here, with our conscious, intention and our awareness of what's going on and what we want to accomplish. But these cards do make sense to me when we're talking about someone who's taken on a big... because he's literally fighting corruption. He's one of those guys that is definitely fighting corruption. Okay. And of course he's been working in Afghanistan. He was there for a long time. Okay, so forces in motion. One more here. Okay. His challenges... Okay, so we have the Page of Wands here, and then we have the Safe card and the Locomotion card. 4 of Pentacles here reversed. The Book and the Key. So what he's attracting to go with the, for more information for the Four of Cups. Okay. Those cards are pretty good, actually. And then to go with the Knight of Cups for his level of success. Oh, okay. Now that's excellent there. Okay, and then his future. His future. Let's go one more with this. Yeah, he is a really hard worker. I'm going to get one more. Okay. All right. So, Sacred Chopstick. So with the Page of Wands, as you know, the forces that are in motion in his career right now, well, he's definitely really good at speaking. He's really passionate. I mean, you know, he's not the kind of guy you wouldn't want to get in a fight with him. Because you're not going to win, I don't think. But he also seems like a very peaceful, you know, guy. Like deep down inside, like he's fighting for peace, and he's serious about it. You know, I mean, he's got a mission, and it's to protect. So, you know, I truly, you know, respect him for that immensely. But with the page here, this is a sign of someone that can speak about really important things, and they're with, you know, a tremendous amount of passion. It shows that he has, you know, enthusiasm, like I said, passion, you know, taking the initiative, and you know, so it's like he's not waiting around for anything to happen. He's going to make it happen. And he does have, like, I think what's going to be happening is, you know, because this row down here is really important, you know, for the whole spread. But I think he's going to be getting, like, donations coming to him. And especially if he gets himself out and, you know, I mean, like, it's wonderful that he was on MSNBC, but if he gets himself out, you know, more like that, he just keeps putting himself out there all over the United States, because he's very much, you know, for USA, of course. So his message could go much faster as donations come in. So if you watch this guy and you you know, and you like him, I would say, you know, donate. But that's the basis there for the forces in motion, and he'll grow stronger and stronger and stronger with you know, with the more donations that come in. But you know, this is about getting a message out, and he has a very, very passionate message. Now, with his challenges, well, with the Four of Pentacles reversed, of course his challenge, you know, would just be about money, would really only be about, well, on his career level, it could be that it's money. But then on another level, this can be, you know, he's calling out the people from the past. You know, he's calling out the darkness. He's calling out the greedy people. But he's also in, you know, to me, this isn't a challenging card. If you go with one of the, you know, key meanings is that it's acceptance. Like, you've accepted that something is a certain way. And I say that especially because it looks to me like he's accepted that there's been, you know, like this hidden agenda in politics. With the book card, it's about, you know, things that are that are hidden. It's also a card of like education. So he's accepted that, you know, he's probably going to be like a lifelong, you know, scholar in accepting, you know, our history. He's all about, you know, getting inside the corruption of slaves, you know, not slaves, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that, slave holders, like the slave masters. And he has something really, really important to say. And so the challenge is how important this is. And it's key. You know, his message is what's key to the whole, you know, the whole success in his career. So let me see if I can feel into it. This is, you know, of course, with the sun in Capricorn, it's about manifesting. There's also something about, it could be something about releasing the past when it comes in reversed, and that may very well be just some challenging situations that he lived through in serving in Afghanistan. I mean, for him to have 2 bronze medals, I mean, of course, there would be some, you know, some trauma in there, maybe. And then also, you know, when you have that level or any level of trauma, that does create a little bit of a, you know, it can create a little bit of a financial loss. And so maybe that's been a challenge in the past. But, you know, on a whole, when we're just looking at just straight up business, I would think that the main message here has just been, his challenge has just been to get enough money in to get going and keep it going. And he's doing his best, and you can tell he's a hard worker. Now, when it comes to what he's attracting, well, with the 4 of Cups, that's often like an offer that you don't really want. And this could just be like just the near future. It could have him, though, refusing an offer that he doesn't want. And, you know, like he could be attracting something, and he might be thinking about, well, wait, is that in alignment with my goal? Does that help me make the changes that I want to make? And so with that, it would be, you know, because you don't want to just take any old offer. Right? I mean, that's the way it works, is you don't want to take any old offer. You get a little bit more on that. Yeah, there's some man that's going to make him an offer, and I don't know if he's going to take it or not, but he is attracting some kind of an offer, so I'll say that. Okay, now when it comes to success, well, this is more passionate water. It's steamy water, and this is a card of offers as well. But this is from a woman. And this woman is, I would think, somebody that that maybe has held an event for him. There's that possibility. Maybe it has to do with, yeah, someone who's on board with him, is what I think. That's what it looks to me like. I have the feeling, I mean, because it's a card of, you know, parties and merriment, of course. I think that's the key name for this card, I forget. But, you know, I mean, it's a pig, which has to do with prosperity. But, you know, sitting in a vat of wine, you know, sitting in grapes or wine, or I don't know, and drinking wine. So it's about partying. So maybe there's a man and a woman, and maybe this guy's offer isn't as good as hers. But with this Knight of Cups, you know, of course, that's definitely an offer. And I think it could have him like being more attracted to this offer, because this is a usually when it's upright, it's an attractive offer, which is, you can kind of see reiterated here, and from a woman. Okay, so then with his future, with the world reversed, This, to me, because it's ruled by Saturn, and Saturn's all about limitations, this has to me is that there's some way in the future that he might be limiting himself. You know, if there's any way to, well, I guess anybody could get a message to him, but I have no idea if the dude believes in astrology or tarot. A lot of people don't. A lot of people don't. They just don't. They think it's crazy. But this is a card of learning from mistakes, which I don't believe that we really have mistakes. We're just all going through learning. You know, we're going through lessons. But this has to do with, you know, being able to move on from past mistakes if you thought they were mistakes. And it's also, you know, the guidance here when this card comes through reversed is to, you know, open up to a bigger world. Open up to your world being much bigger and expanding your awareness. So I think in combo with these cards that his future is that he will learn from his mistakes in the past if they were mistakes, but just he will get his learning opportunities, and he's going to hold firm to his faith. And this card, the little garden card, is all about networking. So this is an excellent card, these two together, and it could even be you know, religious networking. It could be that. But something that he repeatedly works with. With the whip card, it's all about repetition, you know, networking over and over and over again. Connections over and over, you know, repeated connections that are repeated. And with a lot of passion. And then with the ship card, that, you know, of course it can have to do with you know, like foreign networking, but also one of the main, you know, keywords with the ship card is all about having that high level of being an entrepreneur, of creating a new enterprise where you can just keep going and going and going. It's ruled by, I always remember this little card's ruled by Jupiter, like Jupiter and Sag. So it's kind of like, you know, someone that's on a mission, you put them on a mission and they can go forever. And it also opens up like tolerance and understanding. Like people who have traveled a lot, and people especially who've spent a lot of time in other countries, they've learned a lot, and they therefore have a lot of understanding of, you know, the way people in different, you know, countries are, or greater understanding into, you know, humanity. It's a very movement-oriented card. Maybe he has a career in being like a foreign ambassador of some type, or maybe like at some point in the future like a Secretary of State, because this could be a very a card of carrying a huge amount of responsibility. You know, this can be like a cross to bear, but you willingly take it on. I actually like this card. But you know, and sometimes it comes through, you know, and if we're doing a negative, if we know this person's dark and dirty and we get this card, it's like, oh, guilty, you know. But not with this guy. I don't feel that way with this guy at all. Now, so I think the key word here would be that he will take on self-responsibility. He will take on a responsibility like for the public or for the country or for the network. And he will work hard, and he could work hard overseas. This can be a card of like traveling overseas, back and forth, over and over and over, repeatedly again, which is what a Secretary of State does. They travel the world and to be an ambassador for peace, if they're doing it right. I don't know if that's what Mike Pompeo's doing, but that's what Secretary of States do. as we can remember with Hillary, she had a tremendous, the woman worked very, very, very hard. And he seems to me like he would be a very, very hard worker as well, or is a hard worker. So this card can bring in change. It's a very action-oriented card. You can see the movement in it. There's movement here. This is networking and connection. This is that strong, like in Led Zeppelin, that last line, that last lyric that says to be a rock and not to roll, because you're going to hold firm to your faith. So I think that's what he's, that may be the lessons that he's learned in the past. And he'll hold strong to his faith. His faith in, what's right. It doesn't have anything to do with any religion. No one needs any religion to know what's right. We have it deep within us already. So that's all I'm seeing. It does look pretty good for him, but it looks like he might be in the early stages of really building up his his base of support, of his financial support, and that's okay. I mean, he's only 50. He still has a big, career. He's old enough to be wise and in his leadership, but he's not too old. So it's actually perfect age for him. So, okay. Well, I think I'm done with this one. I'm trying to see if I can get anything else. Yeah, it just feels to me like on a practical level, he might find some ways to get his message out there. So if anybody is wanting to support him and really well about marketing and SEO, search engine optimization, or how to help this guy get his message out, speak up. This could be also, besides him and his passionate way of speaking up, this could be some younger person that knows how to help him bring the money in. So that's a second little piece there. Yeah. And this could be somebody very important to help him do that. Excellent. Okay. Well, that's it, you guys. I think I'm going to close this up. And as always, take good care. Okay. Bye.